Number 9 on our countdown of planetary catastrophes, Saturn's shattered moon.
Although Saturn's rings are one of the most noticeable things in the solar system, they've also been one of the big mysteries of the solar system. How long ago did they form? How did they form?
And perhaps most puzzling of all, why are Saturn's iconic rings mostly made of ice? 33 million billion tons of it. Sculptor Roland Hernandez has recreated Saturn and one of its icy moons to help us visualize a new theory: how a lunar catastrophe could have given birth to Saturn's rings.
We have a beautiful 2-foot version of Saturn, and we also have its wonderful moon made out of ice.
Wow, it's just beautiful. It looks a little strange, though. It doesn't look like the Saturn that we know because it doesn't have any rings. But that's why we're here, because we want to take ice off the surface of this moon and create rings around Saturn.
Many scientists now believe an ancient ice-covered moon fell into Saturn. As it did, Saturn's powerful gravity pulled off the moon's ice and swept it into orbit.
This sander acts like the tidal force of Saturn, pulling the icy mantle of this moon off and in orbit. The moon itself fell into Saturn, leaving no trace behind, but it left the glorious rings that we see of Saturn today, which are made mostly of ice.
Of Saturn's 60 remaining moons, Titan is the largest. It's 1.5 times bigger than the Earth's moon. But new simulations show that Saturn could have begun with several larger moons that were all lost as they helplessly plunged into the planet, with the last moon creating the bands of rings.
The model really for the first time explains the ice-rich nature of those rings. You know, you'd expect kind of an equal mix of rock and ice and stuff if they were just a battered, broken apart moon, but this whole idea that you had a moon spiral in and had its outer icy mantle stripped off as the rest of the core continues inward, and you make the rings out of the icy mantle.
The origin of Saturn's rings illustrates that even its most beautiful features were born in violence. But while the disasters that shaped Saturn and Mercury were localized, one catastrophe ripped the entire solar system apart. It not only affected every planet we see today, it even hurled planets right out of the sun's grasp and into the dark exile of interstellar space.